we're going to do the serious part first, and then we're going to definitely make this event fun. It's my pleasure to introduce our guest speaker. Mr. Alan Tiyasu was born in Kern, which is a small city in Eritrea. He graduated from high school in 1995. He later on, after passing the university entrance exam, got admitted to University of Asmara in 1996. He graduated from University of Asmara in 2000. While at school, he majored in history and minored in political science. Graduated top of his class while he was at university, and later on actually got admitted to UCLA, which is a big deal. At UCLA, he did his master's program. While at UCLA, he studied African history studies, and he successfully completed his program in 2002. With the motivation of his family and the community, he decided to run as city council for Clarkston City. And it is my pleasure to say that he got elected in November the 3rd of this year. Everyone, please welcome Mr. Tiyasu.
I just want to thank the organization first, Caleb Foundation, for all what you're trying to do, which is one of the best things I ever heard probably in a very long time, that we have a reputable organization that's trying to elevate the living conditions of children and their families in Ethiopia. I mean, culturally, very generous society, and I know that because I grew up in that culture, and I can say that we are very generous, especially to our family members. This is one thing I wish we could improve, because we normally help our close families, and we don't have this culture of helping just total strangers using an organization such as Kelly Foundation. And I hope we learn this from our American community. American society also, I have to acknowledge that is one of the most generous people in the world. And I know that because I also was on the other receiving end. While I was growing up in Eritrea, there were times, especially in 1980s, that there used to be drought, and combined with the war that was going on there, that we had to depend on American aid. And I want to say thank you to that, and thank you guys. And it's kind of similar way right now also. We always have children that are in need, and we have families that need all your help. And we are very, I personally, on my behalf, I want to say thank you so much. And I believe that America and Ethiopia's community also especially will be more generous, and we're going to help more people over the next coming years, and hopefully centuries just going to keep. This is just the beginning, I believe. This is just the start. Let's make this bigger, and thank you so much for having me, and I just want to keep this short. Thank you so much.
Clap your hands, come on. y'all. Hey.
The next clip will be a short video about what Caleb Foundation has been doing so far and what we plan to do in the future. Please take a moment and watch this small video. And then shortly after the video, our founder, Adam Alemu, will be able to give you more information about what we're doing. And thank you so much for your time.
Saw a world full of trouble now. I thought, how we ever get so far down? And how's it ever gonna turn around? So I turned my eyes to heaven. I thought, God, why don't you do something? Well, I just couldn't bear the thought of people living in poverty, children sold into slavery. The thought disgusted me, so I shook my fist at heaven.
I would love to thank God for putting all this together and make it perfect. This has been my dream. I mean, I've been dreaming about this. I mean, this is a lot of, my board members and everybody here participated to make this days come true, and each one of you respect us. You came, you bought your ticket, and you have no idea how much I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I wouldn't do this, but everybody probably would say, why are you doing this? Because we all, in all of our hearts, I think we always want to help someone, but it's just like we never take the action. So what makes me do this? So I want to say that real quick. About 5 years ago, my son Caleb, basically, Caleb Foundation, was sick and hospitalized. And during that time, I was in a hospital day and night for almost 2 months, and my whole life has changed. Because I was not only hurt for my son, but all the other kids that was in the hospital. So it was totally 2.5 months without working and just spending your time in a hospital. Trust me, you're gonna change. It was hard. There are some kids that wasn't able to make it, and we cried together, we prayed together, all the parents together, and I just said something. I said, Lord, if you just give me a chance so I can get myself not to be emotional, because honestly speaking, I don't want to, be emotional, but that was like a promise that I made, and my life changed after that. I was a different person. Coming out from there, I just realized how much, most of you here are a mother. It's so hard to see your little one being severed. It's indescribable. So, I really wanted to do that, and then that's how I started. I couldn't postpone it, I couldn't say tomorrow. I just realized how short life is, and it's just we all know, but we don't realize it. And then as soon as you realize how life is short, I swear life is gonna be different. I think that's why I want everybody to realize life is too short for us just to live for ourselves. Too short for us to be selfish, too short to be unforgiving. Life is too short. That's what I realized, and then I said, I'm not gonna postpone it. I'm gonna do whatever it takes. If it's one child that I can help, it doesn't matter, but I'm gonna start today. And then that's how I started Caleb Foundation. And I'm so thankful. From now on, I don't know how to just live for me anymore. This is gonna be my life, my dream. Minutes. Talking about Ato Kasai Alemu, because most of you probably asked me, okay, you wanted to open up a non-profit organization, but how did you put the kids together? Where did you find the kids? So before Caleb Foundation, Ato Kasai, a person named Ato Kasai, he decided to collect poor kids and put together and help. So he was I was having this in my mind, but I didn't have any kids to help. But what happened to Ato Kasai, he was not a very wealthy man, but he was so passionate to help kids. So he had about 30 kids, very poor kids, homeless kids. He put them together, and he was going church to church, begging people to help the kids. So what happened was before he finished his dream, when he had only 30 kids, he passed away. So my brother was one of the big supporter of Ato Kasai. So when the guy passed away, my brother ended up with 30 kids to help, and he didn't know what to do about them. So he called me and he said, you know what, there was a guy, he was trying to help kids, he has about 30 kids, and now he passed away. Now I ended up with 30 kids, plus his own wife, the Ato Kasai wife, and his 4 children. I think he got 4 children. And he said, I don't know what to do with them. And then I said, oh yeah, perfect. Go ahead, keep them. I'm gonna help them. So this is before we even get the license. So I just started with the 30 kids, and that's how we started. So for me, Ato Kasai is a big example. That's why I want to mention him, because he's the one who put the work together. And he never thought that this organization is going to benefit his own kids. But now we are helping not only the 30 kids, but his wife and his children are also, we helping them under California. Things that we do in life eventually is going to benefit our kids. This guy, I don't think he thought of, helping his kids when he helped others. But what he did to do other kids eventually benefit his own kids. And I believe that's what's happening in life. And I believe, and all the good things we're doing today is going to go for a generation out of next generation. I believe my kids is going to have God's protection for what we do. I believe each one of you, every good thing that you do it for your children. I talked to, and we choose 21 single mothers that can work. Actually, they have kids and they can work. And what we did was we opened up 2 stores, like a small shop, so they can make braids, anything, ambasha, anything that they have, and they put it in that store for sale. That way, for 1 year, by giving them 1,000 Ethiopian birr, we didn't have any cost of food. So that was the biggest accomplishment we did. It wasn't like a macro loan because it was a small amount of money, but still, it helps them to feed their kids. So that's one of the biggest accomplishments we did in 2014 to give a job, basically self-starting job for 21 families. To these poor kids, they ask you, who are you? Are you related to me? Why are you helping? And when you tell them it's because I care, it means more than money. Because what they need is hope. What we all need is hope more than money, believe it or not. You can have $1 million and without hope, you're still poor. You know what I'm saying? So these kids will have hope, saying that somebody cared for me.
And is able to be done by any human. There is Nelson Mandela, a huge justice icon in South Africa, and then there's ordinary people who look to change small things in life. Although the majority of people in this world die with ordinary changes, you can leave this place with a huge difference in someone else's life. Let me ask you a question. What have you done in your life to help someone else's life? If you haven't made a change, today is your chance to help a human being live to his or her full potential. Because you never know what this person you help may grow up to be. Whether a member of the United Nations, a leader of a country, or even someone to help another person. Let's make a change and let's finally start today. Thank
put your hands together for all the models, y'all. And the designer, Ida. And the designer, Salon. That performed just a few minutes ago. Oh yeah. Let's give them all a big hand clap, y'all.